Hello everyone, this is Marshee coming to you with another Starcraft 2 cast today. Today we have a Protoss versus Protoss here on Cloud Kingdom. We do have in the bottom left our cast's very own BoneCarlos. He is a caster that casts a lot of games on the rcasted subreddit. He's a very good caster. I will go ahead and give him a shout out. Just go ahead and go right there to his YouTube page. This great, wonderful cast, and sub him, like him. Good caster, he deserves all the credit. Anyways, we have him as the blue Protoss. Let's get that name played up at the bottom left here, and in the top right we do have SwgMystic. SwgMystic. He's got that swag on, or G-Mystic with a clan SW, whatever. Anyways, we have he is spawning up at the top right. Now PvP is a very interesting matchup because I have no idea what's going on. I am a diamond Zerg, so I know about as much of this mirror matchup as I do on paleontology as a civil engineer major. I know dinosaurs once roamed the earth. Their bones are around. I know Protoss players, they make zealots, or the occasional zealots. They also make stalkers. I think stalkers will come out in this sort of play here. BoneCarlos does have the gateway, threw down his gateway earlier, and his assimilator earlier. I don't know what sort of advantage that might entail for in a Protoss versus Protoss. He might be able to get his Colossus 30 seconds out faster. I don't know. We will have to find out as the game goes on. And we already have the cybernetics score, a 9-second advantage for BoneCarlos, which could result in a couple seconds faster warp gate tech, which could result in an extra warp in, and then SwgMystic could just die. But I don't know because I'm just a Zerg player. But this is diamond level play, and I will do my best to cast it here right now. We do have double assimilators coming out for SwgMystic. I know more gas means more tech, so we're going to find out and look at that. The Chrono Beast going instantly down on warp gate research on the cybernetics score, and we do have another gateway coming out for BoneCarlos. We do have one zealot out, chasing away SwgMystic's probe. While SwgMystic opting out for not a zealot but a stalker instead, getting out of a little bit of range, be able to go do some poking and prodding in BoneCarlos' base. BoneCarlos getting a sneaky little probe in here, and if this goes unscouted, this could spell disaster for SwgMystic if he's able to. Nope, and this probe will get hunted down. And with some sweet micro, this probe does not get out of sight for SwgMystic. We do have about a 24-second lead in warp gate research for BoneCarlos. He's just dumping all his chrono boost out onto it, and he is trying to hit a very sick warp gate timing. But we do already have the probe and the pylon placed down for SwgMystic, and BoneCarlos doesn't look like he's got a probe. He is now sending out the probe, but warp gate is just about to finish, and this should be we have two stalkers coming out. BoneCarlos is now putting down the proxy pylon, but this is going to get sniped, and so this any sort of offense coming from BoneCarlos will be thwarted. So we do have the retreat. We do have SwgMystic spotting this probe, going straight for the pylon here, and we do have the stalker advantage going towards BoneCarlos. Get a couple more shots off, and we do have a zealot as well. And these units will chase SwgMystic all the way back. SwgMystic, adding a little bit more tech, is going for the 3-gate robo, warping in 2 more stalkers, SwgMystic is doing a very dangerous dance here with BoneCarlos. BoneCarlos does have the Stalker advantage. And one Stalker very close into the red, waiting for them shields to regenerate. BoneCarlos taking this opportunity to expand here. He's pretty much put his he's contained his opponent for right now, but this pylon is still in effect for SwgMystic. Might be able to warp in some zealots to do a little bit of damage here on the natural. Right now, both players being rather passive. BoneCarlos finally getting his second assimilator, and he is throwing down the Twilight Council. So does it look like maybe Blink Stalkers or Charge Lots? I don't know how effective Charge Lots are in the PvP matchup, but they are pretty damn annoying in PvZ. Alright, that was absolutely disgusting. I had a thing of water here, and there was a drowned ant in it, and I drank it. And I feel dirty. I feel very, very dirty. But anyways, we do have a sizable force coming out for SwgMystic, trying to take his natural here. We do have one Immortal on the field and the Observer on the way. So we are going to get a little bit more scouting in by SwgMystic. But BoneCarlos is holding this watchtower, so he's holding both watchtowers actually, so he will know when any sort of push is coming. And he'll be able to warp in dim units. But right now we do have just probe production for BoneCarlos for right now. And the second Immortal is coming out on the way for SwgMystic. So after a little bit of tense battling earlier, possibly 4-gate on 4-gate battle, it has slowed down a bit in both players. Going currently into the mid game, it does look like we're going to have Blink Stalkers coming out for BoneCarlos, while SwgMystic's going to have that early Immortal lead, and the Robotics Fate is going down as well. So we are going to have Blink Stalkers versus Robotics play from SwgMystic. We do have the Observer coming in for SwgMystic, scouting everything, seeing that Twilight Council is being researched too. He should be expecting Blink play here. And the Colossus Den, or the Robotics Fate, is just finished morphing in, and we should have a Colossus on the way as well. We do have double pylons coming in through the back, I guess, you know, just for supply. The Nexus down in the natural here, but no probes being produced just yet. SwgMystic, we do have the probe transfer. We do have a little less than optimal saturation, but we are going to get the most efficiency from these probes. But we do have this push coming, and it is going to hit hopefully right before this Colossus does. Blink is finished, and there's a little hesitation from BoneCarlos here. The Colossus is about to pop, but Thermal Lance is far from being over, or from being done. A little dancing around. We do have 3 Immortals for SwgMystic, and Immortals are just really good. I kind of dick around a little bit in 2v2s and play as Protoss, and I just do Immortal drop harass all day long, because you just right click a probe and it just disappears, and it's so satisfying. We do have the Blink forward, Blink up on the high ground using the Observer, going to snipe what he can, try to grab a few probes, sniping the Twilight Council for SwgMystic. Does not get the cancel on it, and BoneCarlos is just going to just blink away here, and takes no casualties whatsoever. So there is this harassing option for BoneCarlos if he so wants to, but he is just going to go straight home. He does see the push coming. Oh, and this is going to be a very sick flank by BoneCarlos. He should be able to blink forward, and actually he's going to get a good concave on SwgMystic's army. But a blink forward here, maybe not the wisest choice, but he does have the high ground option first. But these Immortals and Colossus is very, very scary, and BoneCarlos is just going to blink away and return home, trying to get the best concave on his opponent. Meanwhile, this Nexus does finish, but it looks like it will fall here, as this Zealot dies in cold blood. But we do have the army for BoneCarlos coming out with, he really needs to take out this Colossus. These force fields are starting to not all that effective. Now the force fields are a little more effective. We do have one immortal coming out for BoneCarlos doing a lot of damage. These force fields really holding back these stalkers, and BoneCarlos just really needs to get away right now. SwgMystic actually opting to kill the Nexus, not the best idea. The Colossus does fall down, and all these forces are going to get wiped up from BoneCarlos. So SwgMystic actually a little bit of a blunder there, opting to take out the Nexus instead of focus firing the army for SwgMystic. So he does lose the Colossus. He does have another Colossus on the way, but no sort of army coming out for SwgMystic. He is down 34 supply. The only thing keeping him alive is he does have Colossus Tech. But with 3 more warp gates on the way for BoneCarlos, that would put him at a total of 7 gates Robo with Blink Stalkers. His army is just going to be incredibly cost efficient here. We do have the third. I think BoneCarlos is just going to sit back, wait for his third to finish, and try to establish his third, and then really put on the pressure for SwgMystic. SwgMystic has not been producing probes at all this entire time. He does have only a few, and his main still has a couple more minerals left in his main. Now actually harvesting from his second assimilator, just trying to put more and more probes on his main and natural to mining to get dem minerals. Both players floating a little bit. BoneCarlos floating 1,000 minerals, 1,300 gas. You could actually afford to throw up a couple more warp gates and really get the economic boost from this third happening right now. This observer does go down. We do have more gateways being produced, and SwgMystic just kind of leaves the game. With all these immortals, he just leaves the game. SwgMystic was so far behind on the probe count. The only thing keeping him in the game was the Colossus, and I believe the biggest blunder for him was he tried to take out this third. He was already far behind down economically, but if he could have at least killed the main army for BoneCarlos, he would have still had a fighting chance in this game. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I certainly appreciate watching the cast. Go by BoneCarlos' channel, give him a shout out, like his videos, whatever. He's a great caster. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and see y'all again.